Assalamu alaikum friends. Today we are going to discuss the types of diffraction. In the previous lecture we discussed the phenomena of diffraction. In today's lecture we will discuss its types. There are two types of diffraction. One is called Fraunhofer diffraction and other is called Fresnel diffraction. The Fraunhofer diffraction is known with the name of German physicist Joseph von Fraunhofer. He was born in 1787 and died in 1826. While Fresnel diffraction is known with the French scientist Jean Fresnel, who was born in 1788 and died in 1827. So, now we want to discuss the difference between these two types of diffraction. If the source of light and the screen are placed at infinite distances from the slits, then the diffraction is called Fraunhofer diffraction. Means if the source of light and the screen are placed at an infinite distance from the slits, then the diffraction phenomena produced is called Fraunhofer diffraction. But if the source of light and the screen are placed at a finite distances from the slits, then the diffraction phenomena is called Fresnel diffraction. In this type of diffraction, the distance between the source of light, screen and slits are finite. Now, the question is that why we use an infinite distance between the source of light, slit and screen. Friends, we know that if the source of light is away from the slit, then the rays of light are wavefront or plane, or we can say parallel to each other. So in this case, when the plane rays of light are wavefront incident on the slits, after passing through this slit, the angles of all rays are same. For example, if this is the ray of light, the angle with the original path is theta. In this case, it has the same angle. So we can easily study, we can easily analyze this type of diffraction. But in case of Fresnel diffraction, the distance between the slit and source is finite, so the incident wavefront will be spherical and the angle made over here at this position will be not same for all type of wavefronts, or we can say for all coming rays. So this type of diffraction is difficult for us to study, and this type of diffraction is very easy to analyze. That's why we use infinite distance between the source of light and lens and a screen. Now the second question is that if we want to perform Fraunhofer diffraction experiment in our laboratory, then how we will get this infinite distance between the source of light, slit and screen. For this purpose, we use two convex lens. One is between the source of light and slit, and second one is between the slit and screen. So we use convex lens in Fraunhofer diffraction, but in Fresnel diffraction we do not use any type of convex lens because we can easily get the finite distance in our laboratory. So if someone asks you the difference between Fraunhofer diffraction and Fresnel diffraction, then the answer will be that in Fraunhofer diffractions, the source and the screen are far away from each other. In Fresnel diffraction, the source and screen are not far away from each other. In Fraunhofer diffraction, the incident wavefront on the diffracting obstacle or slit are plane, while in Fresnel diffraction, the incident wavefronts are spherical. In Fraunhofer diffraction, the slit give rise to wavefronts which are also plane, In Fresnel diffraction, wave fronts leaving the slits are also spherical. In Frankfurt diffraction, plane diffracting wave fronts are converged by means of convex lens to produce diffraction pattern. While in Fresnel diffraction, convex lens is not needed to converge spherical wave fronts. And we can easily study this type of diffraction, but we cannot study the Fresnel diffraction easily. So this type of diffraction is complicated as compared to this type of diffraction. So this is something about the types of diffraction. In the next lecture, we will discuss single slit experiment. Thank you.